Hello, welcome to the second round here. We're obviously gonna mulligan this, our opponent mulliganed as well. We are gonna keep this. I mean, we do have turn 2 Talia, turn 3 Blade Splicer, turn 4 maybe Hero, maybe not, doesn't really matter. I'm obviously gonna lead with Forest into Pilgrim here. Nice draw for me because now I can cast Blade Splicer. Assuming my opponent does something. Like, if my opponent doesn't do anything, maybe Talia is better at attacking. Wall of Blossoms is a card that's gonna stop my aggro, so I think I want Talia instead, just to slow him down a little bit. Because now his spells are gonna be more expensive. Wall of Blossom is a really good card against me though. It really is. We already got Angel of Serenity in our hand, which isn't that great because we actually want a Birthing Pot into them. Assuming we manage to draw Birthing Pot, of course. Drawing Troll Aesthetic is okay, but not really what I want either. I actually wanted to draw land so that I can cast Hero, because playing Hero is pretty good. Now here we're gonna be able to deal 3 damage every turn, which isn't as much as I want to do, but it's better than doing nothing. So my opponent plays Grasslands, hasn't played anything previous turns, so he's not gonna play anything this turn either, I guess. So let's attack first, and then play Hero, which is really good. Seems unlikely that my opponent has something solid, right? He apparently is playing 4 colors here. So if he has removal, I actually want him to use it now. Yep. Okay. So first strike, take damage. Main phase, Hero. Hero is really good just to, you know, get around this Wall of Blossoms. And if he doesn't have a removal for this, he's gonna have a hard time. So he has a stop in his upkeep to get something with Grasslands, so he probably has more lands in hand, else he wouldn't do it, or he doesn't need more lands, which is another reason to do this. So he does have a bunch of fix. Red seems to be his main color here, or red-green seems to be his main color, I guess. Doesn't have anything here yet outside of Savage Lands. So then the Hero hit is gonna be, what a draw. What a draw. So tap this, play Troll Aesthetic. Let's just attack here. There's no need to run out Strangleroot Geist yet. Okay. Attack with this, and this. Trigger it correctly. I'm always thinking like I can only have 7 creatures. Played way too much Hearthstone and never had a situation here where I'm gonna have so many creatures on board. So my opponent needs some kind of AoE effect, I guess. That's why I kept the mana open for Troll Aesthetic. That's the only reason why I did this. Because if I can regenerate Troll Aesthetic, then GS Cradle is always gonna live. And if GS Cradle Troll Aesthetic is always going to live, and then GS Cradle is always going to produce mana, and if GS Cradle is always going to produce mana, I can always cast Strangleroot Geist. So yeah. Angel of Serenity, really good card here. Probably even going to be able to cast it next turn if I want to, but probably don't. That was a huge draw though. Like, tap a single land, play a creature. Or have 7 mana now. So my opponent can have Earthquake or something, Fire Spout, huh? So regenerate this. And he conceded. Okay, I guess pretty weird position to concede already, but I guess that's his problem. So it's very greedy on the mana base, but I don't really have anything to deal with that. Maybe Smokestack is pretty strong against him, just because he's so greedy on the mana base, but I don't think I really need it. Rancor is pretty strong. I think my deck is fine against him main deck. Like maybe I don't want to bail it, but I'd rather have a smokestack or something. But yeah, maybe smokestack is really good. Like it's gonna eat land every turn from him, and it's just gonna. Like we haven't seen what his deck is about though. It does have fire sprout, so maybe we want like ranger gun, ranger or bailout. I think I want bailout gun and having smokestack. That seems pretty strong. We still have 4 drops to go through, so yeah, that'll do. This is a really good draw. Llanowar in turn 2, Birthing Pot. So I'm gonna keep this, and then we can Birthing Pot into. Like maybe we don't Birthing Pot, we just Strangleroot Geist and attack with that, and then do something with it. He might have removal for Llanowar Elves. He might not have removal for Llanowar Elves. We'll see. So opponent is very greedy on a mana base. Very, very greedy. Reflecting Pool is a really good card. So there's the Incinerate, I think. I don't see what else. Oh, Farseek. That's okay. He does have the necessary fix to be greedy. Like it's not that his mana base is obviously very greedy to be playing 4 colors, but he does have a decent amount of fix, and with a decent amount I mean a sick amount of fix to be able to do this. He hasn't seen Birthing Pot, and it seems very unlikely that they actually sideboard in Artifact or Enchantment Hate. So I think Birthing Pot is gonna stick here more often than not, and it's gonna be a real issue for him to deal with. Cards like Strangleroot Geist are really good with Birthing Pot. Like maybe he has the green kicker card that can kill it, but I'm not sure. I think it's Crucible, huh? Crucible is an odd one to be playing against, because usually when they play something like Crucible, they're gonna have land destruction. In which case, I think I want to play Forest over the Plains because we have Llanowar Elves. And then we do this, sacrifice this, bring it back, and then get Blade Splicer. That's actually the only 3-drop that we still have, and then go to combat, attack with both. And then Blade Splicer can become Ranger of Eos, and Ranger of Eos can get more mana cards, just in case he has like Armageddon here with the Crucible. Because it's not gonna stop me that much then. So there's Wall of Blossom, that's fine. Might not play a land here, I think. Although a Johnny is gonna be really big. Johnny, pump, pump, pump. His first play could be Fire Spout here. That's gonna be huge. Yeah, there it is. So maybe I shouldn't have sacrificed that. Nah, I still think it's fine. So we draw Ranger of Eos, which is just as good. And we just get more mana cards, Elvish Mystic and Evanescence Pilgrim. Yeah, so he knows about these. So now if he has land destruction, it's gonna be a bit more brutal. But he already used his Fire Sprout now. And I still think he has a hard time beating Birthing Pot. We just go get Cloud God Ranger, I think that's the better card because it gets flying. We can also, if we draw land, get a Johnny. Like play a Johnny, pump this and attack. But I still think playing these is a bit better. Let's see what he does here. So he does indeed have the card I expected him to have, because he plays Crucible. Like if we can now find the land we need, yeah, we do. to play Pilgrim, Mystic. I think Mystic is better, and then next turn we can get next turn we can get Pride Mage, kill his Crucible, and basically screw him over. Because without Crucible he's gonna be stuck in his mana as well. Yes, he has 3 mana here, but I mean he only has 3 cards. Without Crucible he can't recast these 3, and he basically screwed himself over with Ravagers of War. Just gotta hope, yeah, he does have it. So with draw land, my play is still not viable. But there's land already, like we can do this. And then, I don't think I want to do this yet. The problem is that if I do it now, it's a bit too slow. So maybe I could have... Nah, he had the Fire Spout, so I can't really do anything about it. Maybe I should have sacrificed the Ranger already, though. That's a misplay. Should have sacrificed the Ranger. I'm gonna let him keep his lands, like, there's no reason not to. But yeah, not sacrificing the Ranger here was a mistake. Please don't have another Recurring Nightmare. Bring back what? This is a really odd card there. So let's sacrifice this. Cancel. Let's pay 2. Doesn't really matter. And get Cloudgoat Ranger. I should have done this last turn, so big mistake on my end. But now at least we have 5 damage in the air. And then we have Yosei, which is another 5 damage. And if we sacrifice Yosei, we have... forgot the name of the card. But he has no creature in his graveyard, so it seems very unlikely that Recurring Nightmare is going to be good here. Like, this is a really odd card to have. Especially seeing that I have this amount of cards. So I probably want in Relic Warder, I want in Stomp Howler just against these cards, because these are pretty solid. Especially Crucible, given that he plays Ravagers of War. I'm actually surprised he plays Shivering Reef out of his hand, outside of these. So he plays blue as well. What a wonky deck there, man. But I didn't anticipate the Ravagers of War. It's just that he had the Fire Sprout, so I had to play the land, play Ranger of Vias. Because I drew Ranger of Vias, else I could have just cast Troll and did it the turn after and had a plane behind or something. What's this? Primal Command. So this gets put onto the top of my library, and he gets a creature in his hand. That's okay, because we can give this double strike. He reveals Bloodmage Dragon, which he can't actually cast next turn, so we have a 2-turn clock here. We draw this, but we're just gonna do this. Pump the Cloud Goat, hit him for 10. Okay, yes. So with the Cloud Goat, we want to use this ability. And then swing for 10 in the air. Like, Bloodmage Dragon is gonna come down a turn too late. And even then it has, you know, double strike, so it's gonna trade with Bloodmage Dragon. But then of course Bloodmage Dragon is pretty good if he has Recurring Nightmare. So he's at 6, we need to push through damage somehow. So there's a land, which still isn't sufficient. So he needs to have more removal. He has Bloodmage Dragon in hand and 2 random cards, which we don't know anything about. Why does he have enough here? Oh, Wall of Roots, of course. So he gets 2 tokens. So he has 4 blockers. And he's at 6. We draw a forest. So we can get what exactly? Hero Blade Hold is pretty good. We can also get Yosei, give that double strike. Yosei, give that double strike. There's also Vengefang, which isn't that great then. Let me think about this. Yosei, give Yosei double strike. Sacrifice it. Yeah, man. Yosei has to be the play. Not gonna attack with this because he's gonna double block it. So we're just gonna sacrifice this, pay 1 and sacrifice a creature. Sacrifice this. Get myself Yosei the Morningstar, which is pretty solid. Obviously want to use his ability. Now we have a 5/5 double strike flying. He has 2 cards in hand, which he hasn't used yet. Then it gets Angel of Serenity. This is gonna wipe his entire board, keep it tapped down. Like, I attack with this, and he probably like double blocks. I kill these and play Angel of Serenity, take care of those cards, get back my Yosei from my graveyard into my hand or something with the Angel, and I think that's GG then. Like, if you can't get rid of this, that's broken. And we also have the way to get rid of this in the Evanescence Pilgrim, but seeing that I, stuck on lands, or have less lands due to the Ravages of War. Pretty interesting match here, pretty interesting deck. Like, I saw the Ravages of War coming, or I just couldn't play around it, because of the Fire Sprout as well. But we had the opportunity, of course, to cast Ranger and get the mana creatures that we needed. He did have the Incinerate for one of them, but the most important one, the Evanescence Program, stock. We can also get we can also get a fighter later on if we want to. Ovenwald Tracker. So he's gonna attack with those. Obviously just gonna block the token. There's no need to block something else. He could play Living End, which I guess is his plan here. Don't see why he would ever think I would block something else. Yes, he can kill Yosei maybe. That's fine. So he kills Yosei, but then that taps down his entire board and he loses the game. Don't see how this is the correct play. So we choose him, do this, this, and this. He has a creature in his graveyard. He has a creature in his graveyard now that he can actually use with Recurrent Nightmare, because this is discard effect. But even then, he blocks this, takes 4. We get Overwhelm Tracker. Overwhelm Tracker bound this, I think. He then has to block that, and then Overwhelm Tracker can become something. We can also play Hero. We can also play Ajani, I guess, and then he's always dead, yeah. So 1, 1, and 1, and now he can have no decent blocker here, because they're all 2/2s, and he can only block 1, and then he's dead. GG. So we go 2 up, and I'll see you guys for the finals.